I have to say, I think this is one of the most underrated sets. And I think this is going to be a set that everyone's going to be wanting next year when that new Wolverine game comes out, because in the first trailer, we do get a look at Omega Red. So I think right now, this is the sleeper set. And honestly, if you do not buy this set, I think you're going to be, especially coming next year, I think you're going to regret it. Let's just take a quick look at the box. I'm still working my way through these Gameverse figures, and I have to give a huge shout out to New Meta. They are the ones who sent me this for review, so go newmeta.com, check them out. They've sponsored 3 videos so far, and I'm very thankful because this was a set I was trying to look for and I couldn't find anywhere. Like I said, next year, people are going to be looking for this figure. I just know it. You know how the video games go. Like a movie, the movies and the video games always hype up characters that maybe don't get enough love. And I don't know, man. I have been on a kick. I got this War Machine. I was never a War Machine fan. I got this War Machine and I was just like, he's a lot cooler than you think. And I think I blame Fig Talk a little bit because there are some really cool pose videos with War Machine figures and just like the, you know, the missiles and the smoke effects. I like getting inspired. I like getting hip onto a figure that I might not have wanted. And I guess that's what I hear from a lot of you guys. A lot of times people are watching my videos and they're like, I didn't want that figure. And then your video made me say, oh, it's not so bad. Here we are. Here's a little look at the tray. I'm going to take everything out and we're going to go over this today. I'm very excited. All right, we'll take a look at the War Machine first. This old design has been growing on me for the Iron Man and the War Machine, like that 90s. It's funny because I had these figures as a kid, the original 90s figures, and I didn't know what they were from in my nostalgia. Like, I had memories of them, and then I saw the box when they were doing these retro cards with Marvel Legends, and I said, oh, those figures I had were Iron Man, and I didn't even know it as a kid. I don't know, I didn't have many toys, but I did have, like, I had the Iron Spider, the Toy Biz Iron Spider-Man, and I never, again, like, I didn't know what that was in my memory. And then when I saw the Marvel Legends figure, I go, oh, because they had the box and everything. And it was just so nostalgic for me. So same with the Iron Man wave, these retro carded Iron Man figures. Just, I remember putting on, it had like the figure and then you had little armor pieces that you would plug into and like that chrome plastic. It really just shot me back with nostalgia. And I just, very cool. We have not as many accessories. I feel like War Machine is his accessories. That's like the whole point. Even in the movies, we recently rewatched the Iron Man movies and Rhodey was a lot cooler than I remember too. They kind of made him like a dork. Let's see, does this pop on? Yeah, they kind of made James Rhodey like a dork towards like going on more and more in the movies. But like in Iron Man 2 and 3, Rhodey was pretty cool. So it's kind of sad that they made him like a dork. Don Cheadle, man. Famously known for his role in Rush Hour as the owner of the Asian Mart. What was it? If you guys don't know, man, if you're new here, Rush Hour is one of my favorite things ever. They're some of the best movies ever. Just so much fun. Just so much fun. If you like Rush Hour, please let me know down below, and I will like you more. Rush Hour, Big Mama's House, all these funny comedies from the 2000s. Look at this. And I even like Rush Hour 3. It's not great. It's not perfect, but it's funny. And it's fine. But the first 2 are like masterpieces. I really love them so much. If you're like one of the young kids watching right now, go watch Rush Hour. Or ask your parents first. I don't know. I'm liking this figure. He's pretty limited, as you would understand for a War Machine figure. Articulators, the articulators. I guess if you're good at posing, you could make it work. I realized that I collect because I just like to own the figures that I like. And I think a lot of people there's this pressure on social media there's a pressure to be good at posing and be good at toy photography and ACBA or Fig Talk. And I see people fighting with each other. Like if someone just posts a picture and they're like, nah, fam, that's not a good pose. Or you got to get your poses up. It's like, I don't know what happened. I'm buying toys that I like, and I just want to collect stuff. Maybe I'm just a collector. I'm not a toyer. I'm not a poser. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's so wild to kind of fight. So I guess it's just where when I grew up in the 2000s, you got bullied and you got like stuffed in a locker for being a nerd, and now I'm constantly getting told that I'm not a nerd and I'm not nerdy enough and I don't like things. It's like, if I say I like Dragon Ball Z, why would I lie about that? Why would I be like, yo, I'm a dork, dude? Please trust me. It's the craziest thing. I get told almost every day that I don't like the things that I like. Like, what are you, some sort of like crazy person? That's the weirdest, craziest thing I've ever heard. Telling somebody that they don't like something enough. Like, I don't know the stats of this character, so I'm not a real fan. I don't like things. It's like, get a grip, dude. Some of you guys got to get a grip. For real. Touch some grass or touch a girl that consensually, please. I'm actually really liking this figure. If you're new here, I just like to, when I first get a figure, I just kind of like to mess around with it and get a feel of it before we do anything else. But it's very limited. As you could see, we got double jointed elbows, but you might as well be single jointed. They don't do much. No butterfly joints, butterfly joints would have really made a big difference with this figure. It's got bicep swivel, but there's no swivel at this thing. Not that I don't think it would make a difference. He has the hand swap that you could swap out. The cannon goes up a little bit and back a little bit, kind of like the Predator. It's giving me vibes of the Predator. The figure has double jointed neck, so that's something I wanted to comment on. There's a ball joint on the bottom and the top, so you really could get like a decent range if you just kind of finagle it. He has a limited ab crunch. He does have the waist swivel, which I see a lot of people liking that. I feel like this figure probably would have did better with a, with that updated articulation that's like cut there, and then you could move it all around. He has the swivels at the thighs, double jointed knees, but not the best. The legs are pretty gummy. This figure isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But it's not horrible, but it's just not. I had higher hopes for it, I think, dare I say. And it's got the ankle rockers. So it's not pinless. It is the same. It's basically the same figure that we've got before with just a few things changed. But it's accurate, right? So he had different looks like this. So you can buy multiple things. I think this one's still cooler because he has just more. He has more places to put cool things. So you could blast out of the arms. You could put some smoke effect or blast effects in this cannon on his wrist. And then you have these effects that you could put on his double guns on his shoulders. So I just think like this is more toyetic, that you could just do. And he gets more range of motion. He's not as limited. So I think this one's still going to win for me personally, but this is a cool figure. It looks like it was missing something though. So this has that stand. You know that stand that came with the Maximum series figures? It looks like you could put this on that stand, but it doesn't come with that stand. I have my goop on it right now, my goop. And so I'm not going to take that out. But if you have that like weird Spidey spray that people are saying is an inappropriate thing, you could probably pop these on top of there, which is actually crazy because this doesn't like fit in here or anything. So you really you get this weird. Oh, you know what it could have been? If you could get some sort of stick and put these two together, you could have him blasting this out and then like also blasting this out if you put like a clear stick to have him like shooting two things. But I don't know, this I gotta say this one's kind of a letdown. I'm gonna call this one a fail. He does have these hands that you could shoot some energy effects out of, but he doesn't come with those energy effects. Here he is with some other War Machines. I found this one in the bin at the flea market for $1. I need his weapons. If anyone has the War Machine weapons from the MCU figure, send them to my P.O. box. I don't know. I always put things out there because you never know. Someone might be like, whoa, I just have the weapons. I don't have the figure. So figure's cool, but I think I'm going to say this one is the winner. Go find this one online. It was cheap on Amazon, so you could still get this one. Though that one was a letdown, I don't think this one's going to be. I think this is going to be a sleeper hit figure. Oh, and he has butterfly joints. Okay, I didn't know that. So if he had like 2 heads, I think it would be amazing, but I guess you got to take it where you can get it, right? So we have the Omega Red right here, and he's got butterfly joints, big ones that he could do some cool posing. He has pinless on the top and pins on the bottom, which is a common thing we keep seeing. It looks like he's on that Venom body. So if you know the Venom body, you kind of know his articulation there. He's got that hinge in the stomach. He could go down pretty good, even though he is hindered with this belt. Damn, I think I'm telling you, this is going to be the sleeper figure of the Gameverse. Everyone's talking about Psylocke and Thanos, and I really think this, I don't know why, I'm calling it a hutch. Say, bookmark this video, come back in the future and congratulate me or roast me for saying it. But I'm going to put that out there because I think so. Wow, this figure's a lot cooler than I thought. I'm going to call it a hostage pack for War Machine. This guy was in a hostage pack with War Machine. He could have been a single release. And I think this guy's pretty cool. Yeah, he's got the Venom feet. I don't actually know where my Venom is, by the way. So I have like a few of those Venoms, and I don't know where they are. So I'm looking at my Spider-Man display, and he's not there. So he must be in storage. This guy comes with 2 gripping hands and then 2 punching hands, which is nice. He does have these tentacles. Oop, I felt like I was just going to break that. Ah, no. They fit in here. Let's see how do they fit. I don't know. How do I get that in there? It looks like they have a specific way they go in. There you go. So he has small, short ones, and then he has like really long ones. But I know there's some collectors out there that are gonna get like a USB wire, metal wire, and like make some really cool one of these. Yeah, they pop in there pretty good, and you could pose with him because he does have some heft to him. So you could definitely get some cool poses with him. Again, I wish he had 2 head sculpts, one just plain and then the yelling face. I always like having 2 options if you're going to do that. He also comes with 2 long ones and 2 short ones. I don't know if I said that. This guy is really cool. His ponytail has articulation, by the way. So the head is a little hindered. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for being long hair. And for being a big guy, he does have some great articulation. And Omega Reg. Can I get an Omega Reg, please, with some milk in it? You know, Omega Red is a Wolverine villain, pretty popular Wolverine villain. So to just we have a million Wolverines. It's nice to have a Wolverine villain that I could have mine with. I wish I bought that 2-pack Sabretooth. I'm going to wait for a re-release because I'm not paying scalper prices. That is one figure that I do wish I picked up. I think that's a similar body also, the Sabretooth body. So articulation-wise, I think I went over most of it, but double jointed elbows and then double jointed knees. And we've seen this before. They've used this for the Sabretooth, Venom, and a lot of those middle big guys. They're not so big, but they're not so little. Very nice. I really dig this figure. So let's see how he scales next to a Wolvie. I got just one of my many Wolverines. I feel like when I'm looking for figures for a review, I can never find any of the figures that I need. But I got this Wolverine, and I think these guys look great together. He's a very comic book style figure. Not so much Gameverse, so you could definitely use this in your displays. He looks great. I'm very happy. So final thoughts. Again, like I said, I think this is going to be a sleeper hit. I would definitely pick one of these up, if not just for the Omega Red. You could get one at gonewmeta.com. Shout out to New Meta for sending this my way. I appreciate you. And hopefully we continue the reviews. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye. If you want to get $50 in free credit for both of us, I need everybody go check out my Mercari shop. Use my code. Down below is the link. You guys signing up is how I buy a lot of these figures. We both get up to $50 in credit. In today's video, we are going to do a review of my iced coffee. So let me just get this real quick. All right.